Hi everyone, and thank you for watching my Starmie solo challenge video. Since this is the first solo challenge I'm posting for Red and Blue, I'm just going to quickly pop up the rules here. Just going to go over them really quick. So the solo challenge Pokemon is the only Pokemon that can be used outside of getting other Pokemon for HM use only. I won't be using any items in battles. I won't be using any glitches except for the badge boost glitch since it's unavoidable. I must try to complete the challenge in the least amount of battles possible. I'm allowed to reload and reset. It's not going to be a one-shot challenge. And the finish line for these challenges will be the screen that pops up at the end of the Hall of Fame after you've taken your pictures that shows your in-game time. That time, along with the level of the Pokemon at the time that I completed it, and the overall feel of how difficult the challenge was how I will measure the performance of the challenge. Alright, let's get into the Starmie solo challenge. So for my first solo challenge, and the first few really, I want to do easier runs just so I can learn the tricks of the trade. I want to learn the route, the various tricks you can do to help you beat these challenges and stuff like that, as well to kind of ease me back into the game before I get into some of the harder solo challenges. I feel like Starmie would be easy for a few reasons. One, it's got a great move pool. It learns moves like Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Psychic, and so on. And on top of that, it has great stats. It's got 100 base special and 115 base speed. In speed, and then whatever your offensive stat is, so in this case Starmie's a special attacker, so its special are the two most important stats for these solo challenges, because the best way to beat them is to make the other Pokemon faint before they can even hurt you. On top of that, after I pick the Pokemon, I then really debate about which Pokemon the rivals should start with. Sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's not. I want to make sure I give my rival the starter that'll make it the hardest for me to beat the game with. So in this case, well, Starmie can actually hit all of his Pokemon for super effective. Starmie being a water type can learn a move like Surf, hit Charizard for super effective, can hit Blastoise with Thunderbolt, can hit Venusaur with Psychic. I ended up picking Venusaur because it will hit me back for super effective, and Venusaur also gets Gyarados, which I felt like between Gyarados, Exeggutor, and Arcanine, Gyarados would be by far the hardest for Starmie to beat. I didn't think the other two would be all that difficult for Starmie, so that made Venusaur my pick for the starter Pokemon for my rival. Alright, let's skip ahead to Viridian Forest briefly. So I know that the first gym's just going to be a cakewalk for Starmie. It comes with Water Gun. Starmie has great special. Water Gun is a special move that is double super effective against Brock's Pokemon, and Brock's Pokemon don't have the greatest specials, so yeah, it's going to be easy. I am absolutely going to stick to minimum battles here. I will skip the two optional trainers, and I will only fight the mandatory bug catcher at the very end. So another thing I'm doing here in Viridian Forest, for those of you that don't know, is some of the long grass spaces that should have wild encounters attached to them don't actually, so those spots you can walk through and be guaranteed that you won't get a wild Pokemon. So I follow a path here that maximizes the amount of the bug spaces here that should have wild encounters that don't. This decreases my odds of hitting a wild encounter, which will make the in-game time faster, as I don't have to waste time running away from that Pokemon, since I'm not battling any wild Pokemon, as I want to try to stick to as little battles as possible. Okay, let's move on to the Brock fight, and, well, spoiler alert, it was as easy as I thought it was going to be. I didn't even bother healing, didn't waste time with healing at the Pokemon Center first. Want to save some time that way, and we open up with a critical hit Water Gun. Great, excellent start. Don't know if it would have been a one hit, I think it would have been. It isn't quite a one hit on Onix, but it doesn't matter, because I beat Onix on the next one, and that's Brock down in minimum battles, so good start to Starmie. Let's see if it can keep it up. Okay, let's skip ahead to Cerulean here. So I don't think I can fight Misty yet. My Starmie's only level 13, she has level 21 Starmie. I don't think me being better than the AI will make up for that level gap, so I go for the rival. Now, early on in this rival fight, I run into an issue. water gun is doing no damage. So it's going to take me many water guns to take out this Pidgeotto, and that's an issue because it will just start layering on the sand attacks, and even if you manage to beat the Pidgeotto, for the rest of his Pokemon, you'll just whiff and whiff and whiff until you lose. So you really need to beat this Pidgeotto quickly to have a good shot at beating this battle. And that's hard to do in minimum battles with Starmie because I don't really have many options. It only has Water Gun, Harden, and Tackle. I can only badge boost my attack right now from Brock, and it can't learn Mega Punch, which is the only good TM up to this point. And like, I could try Bide, but I would have to use it on multiple Pokemon, and with I'm not using items in battle, I wouldn't be able to use Bide on multiple Pokemon, and it wouldn't work for Pidgeotto anyways because of Sand Attack. So yeah, I'm gonna reset here and try a few times. So let's see how it goes. Maybe I can figure something out. So the first thing I think of, well, there is one mandatory trainer in Misty's gym before. It's only got one Goldeen, but it is level 19, so I'm honestly not even entirely sure I can do this battle. I'm testing out Water Gun and Tackle here. I wasn't sure what would do more damage, and honestly, it's about the same. So I just figured YOLO Tackle here and hope for the best. I did get one critical hit, which is nice, but it did lower my defense, so it is a very tight race. And oh, thank you for using that Supersonic Goldeen. That was amazing. Alright, well, now I did gain a level, so maybe I can go back to the rival here. So I'm gonna head back to the rival here, but one thing I did actually try before fighting the rival, for some reason, past me thought that having a level 14 Starmie instead of a 13 Starmie would somehow make a difference against Misty's level 21 Starmie, so I fought Misty several times and it wasn't even close. It was pathetic, so I'm not even gonna bother showing it. There was nothing I could do, so I go back to the rival. That's what I should have done from the start, and the strategy here is to just Water Gun the Pidgeotto down. I did this fight like many times, and as you can see, it still just takes too many Water Guns to beat it. Now, I usually beat the Pidgeotto, but that time I lost. So I decide, alright, let's give it another go. Maybe that was unlucky. And I'd done several before this where I got through. That was the first time I actually lost to the Pidgeotto, so alright, that was unlucky. Let's give it another go. And yeah, I mean, if it doesn't use Sand Attack, look how low my HP is. Yeah, sure, I have accuracy now, but I'm gonna lose on a Pokemon anyways, unless I can one-hit them all, which I can't. And if it doesn't attack, then it's gonna be using Sand Attack, which means I miss. So it's either I'm at too low HP, or my accuracy is too low. Here you can see I'm badge boosting against the Abra. It's my only hope. Raise my attack, raise my defense, hope for the best. That's a nice critical hit, but now we're at the Bulbasaur. And like, it doesn't matter. Either my accuracy will be too low, or my HP will be too low, because the Vine Whip will just beat me super fast. And there's nothing I can do here. So I'm gonna have to reset all the way back to just after I beat Brock, and grind some trainers on the way to Cerulean. Because the way this game is designed, once you're in Cerulean you can't go backwards. So I'm gonna have to reset all the way back there and battle some extra trainers to get some extra level. Alright, so now I'm done grinding up on trainers. So at first I tried only fighting the trainers between Pewter City and Mount Moon, and skipping all the trainers except for the two mandatory ones in Mount Moon. That had me at a level 15 Starmie, which still wasn't good enough to beat that Pidgeotto. So I had to go back again, beat all the trainers between Pewter and Mount Moon, and on top of that I fought a few extra trainers in Mount Moon. I didn't fight all of them, but I did fight, I fought all the ones on the first floor before you go through the first ladder. And then after that I did the mandatory ones. So now I have a level 17 Starmie, and let's see how the rival fight goes this time. Well, Water Gun's now at 3 hit, that's with the critical hit there, so that's perfect. Managed to get through the fight. I still have all of my accuracy because he just kept attacking. I'm going to badge boost and increase my defense here. just to help me get through since my HP is low. Give it the maximum 6 hardens, and that's a 1 hit. And now the Rattata should be fairly easy. Oh, that wasn't a 1 hit. Okay, cool. And let's see how the Bulbasaur goes. Well, the badge boost on the tackle, that is way better than last time, as you can see, and he is nice and doesn't use Vine Whip. And there we go. Managed to beat the rival. Level 18 Starmie is all it took. So let's go. We're finally past the block here. I feel like when I get through this gym, things will be a lot better. I think this will be one of the harder spots in the run for Starmie. Alright, so I beat the Nugget Bridge there, saw Bill, did it all in minimum battles, and my goal from here on out is to fight no extra trainers. I believe Starmie has the power to do that. You know, we're through the hard part here, so I did no extra battles through Bill, and we're going to see if we can take on Misty now. So I open up with some Hardens. Staryu likes to spam tackle, so upping my defense is good here. And on top of that, until she starts using the X Defense, the badge boost will be really helpful too. But she uses X Defense, so I switch over to... And just like that, Staryu is down. Oh, what's this? Look, now I've got the higher level Starmie. Well, I'll take that, Misty. So I throw on some more Hardens just to reduce the tackle damage from that Starmie even more. And since she's used X Defend, I leveled up, so I lost my badge boost from Staryu, so I only have a couple of badge boosts here. I go with water guns. And at this point, it's just, yeah, spam attacks. There's not much else, not a whole lot of strategy here now that I've laid down my Hardens, and eventually, the better Starmie prevails. So, finally, we've beaten Misty, we've gotten past Cerulean, let's go, I'm feeling good now, I have a plan going forward here. I think I can execute it. I think it'll be great. Basically, what I plan to do from now on, and I think it's going to work really well, is go to SSN, get cut. I'm going to skip Lieutenant Surge. I don't want to fight an electric gym right now. But what I will come back to him, but what I will do is I'm going to go through the Rock Tunnel and all that, get to Celadon, and get both Ice Beam and Psychic. Then I can go through Saffron to get to Vermilion quickly and beat Surge using Psychic because it's OP, and that'll let me fly, and then that'll make the game a lot faster. So let's see if I can make that plan work. Okay, let's skip ahead to the SSN here. This is actually going to be my second time fighting the rival. The first time I forgot to heal, so I went in the fight at not full HP. So this is my first real attempt at it. And I have Bubble Beam now, thanks to Misty, and that is huge. It is much better than Water Gun. 2 hit the Pidgeotto, almost 1 hit it. 1 hits the Raticate. Kadabra comes out, and it's just tackle it down. I resist Confusion, it kind of sucks at crit, but whatever. See, the non-crit it does like nothing, and 3 tackles take it down. I'm left with 36 life, and let's see if we can take out this Ivysaur. So I try Bubble Beam, critical hit, it's great. But, oh, okay, well, great. 2 critical hits in a row, you know what, I'll take it. That is awesome, I won't complain about that. So, yeah, that's the rival down. We're just gonna go ahead and pick up Cut here. I did catch a Paris earlier on, so I have Pokemon that can learn Cut, and the Paris can also learn Dig. Dig is very useful for time saving, so that's why I like to scoop a Paris, get it in Mount Moon, and now we're going to skip Vermilion. One little thing I did here that I was pretty proud of myself of thinking of in my first run was I didn't heal at the Vermilion Pokemon Center. So the last Pokemon Center I healed at was Cerulean. So I pop into the Diglett Cave there, use Dig with Paris, boom, back at Cerulean. Perfect, now that saved me a bunch of time. I don't have to do all that running back, and I can go right to the Rock Tunnel. So if you're ever using a Pokemon where you're thinking of skipping Lieutenant Surge and coming back later, make sure you don't heal at the Vermilion Pokemon Center. That's why I had to heal before the rival battle, as I was still weak from the fights leading up to Vermilion. So here we go, we're gonna go down this path here, and this trainer, it is very rare. I'm going to be highlighting the random trainers. There's not a lot of random trainers outside of the rivals and the gym leaders in the Elite Four and trainers like that, and Giovanni, that are very noteworthy. But this one gave me a ton of issue at minimum battles. I almost thought I had to grind up a little bit to beat this trainer. It was really, like, really giving me issues. The first Oddish would either poison me or paralyze me, and it just... Then I would get wrapped by the Bellsprouts, and if I was paralyzed, the Bellsprouts would just wrap me constantly. Like, they would cheese me with the... If you go first in Gen 1 with wrap, you can just make it so their Pokemon doesn't attack. And if I was poisoned, well, it would I just couldn't beat them quick enough through the damage they were doing on top of the poison on top of it, because there's 4 Pokemon. It's 2 Oddishes and 2 Bellsprouts. So I had to do this battle a few times. It was really, like, really annoying. You can see here the example of being paralyzed and then getting hit with wraps. That Bellsprout went down somewhat easily, but, I mean, then this Oddish is just going to spam Absorb, and I'm going to miss turns, and managed to get a lucky critical hit there, but then this Bellsprout's just going to wrap me as well, and, well, there's, like, it's just not much you can do. I'd somehow have to make it through that first one without getting poisoned. Like, maybe poison would work, if, like, maybe I need to hope I get poisoned and not paralyzed, or get through it without either status effect, but there's another paralysis. And, really, this is just gonna keep up for a little while here, so I'm gonna skip ahead. So this is embarrassing, but I actually had to grind up some more trainers to beat this trainer. Yeah, this random trainer. I couldn't do it. I fought the three optional trainers between Cerulean and Vermilion, and I fought all the trainers in Lieutenant Surge's gym. So I'm 2 levels higher now, and let's see how this goes. Well, good start. It's now 3 hit on this Oddish, and it only uses 2 absorbs. Perfect. Oh my god, I finally get through here without being paralyzed or poisoned. Alright, we've got a chance now. And I am asleep. Okay, that's not too bad because this Bellsprout only has wrap, so it'll take him a while anyways. This, hopefully I wake up sometime soon. And there we go. I woke up, and it's only going to take one more Bubble Beam. There we go, that Bellsprout down. Alright, this Oddish. Okay, poisoned is not too bad this late in the battle. I'll take it. Thankfully it didn't paralyze me, because that would have sucked. And we're into the last Bellsprout. Critical hit is huge there. And finally beat this trainer. After so many tries, I had to give up and go grind up some levels. This trainer is down. That trainer needs to get promoted to a gym leader ASAP, because she was just as hard as Misty or the rival fight earlier, and she was way harder than a lot of the gym leaders I have coming up. So, good job for her. She deserves a promotion. Okay, now it's time to execute my plan. So, the first thing I do is get Fly just so I don't forget. I caught a Spearow this game. I normally catch a Pidgey early on, but I forgot to do it this one, so I ended up catching a Spearow in the area next to Diglett Cave. Pidgey or Spearow work, whatever, doesn't matter. So yeah, now I've got Fly, but I can't use it yet. I need to beat the Vermilion City Gym. So that is going to be my priority, to beat that. The next step in my master plan is to go shopping. So there's a couple things I need to get here. I need to buy 2 fresh waters. The first one is so I can trade it with one of the people on the roof to get Ice Beam. And then the second one is so I can cross into Saffron and pick up Psychic from Mr. Psychic. I talked to the wrong person there because it's been a long time since I played this game and didn't remember, but that is the right person. So now I have Ice Beam, which will be huge. That's a big power boost for... And now it's time for an even bigger power boost, and that's getting Psychic from Mr. Psychic for Starmie. So now that Starmie has both Psychic and Ice Beam, it's time to start shredding. I'm pretty sure from here on out it should be fairly easy. Starmie's got great speed, great special, and now has two of the best special attacks in the game in Ice Beam and Psychic. And Starmie will also be getting Surf soon, which is another great special attack. So I think things are going to go pretty well. I decided to go to the Rocket Game Corner first. It was either that or fight Erica, and Erica can hit me for super effective, so I figured I might as well do this first and get the levels out of it before I go fight Erica, just to make that battle more consistent. And I already know I can beat this no problem with my newfound moves on top of the Bubble Beam, which is still very good. So we're gonna go ahead and clear out the Rocket Hideout. Okay, so here I am fighting Giovanni. There is nothing special about Rocket Hideout. It was very easy, like I said it would be. As you can see, I'm entering with only 9 health lost the entire time. And Bubble Beam for his first 2 Pokemon, both of them it's quadruple damage, double super effective. And I almost one-shot the Kangaskhan. Giovanni is incredibly easy, no big deal. You can see just how strong Starmie is getting at this point. So from here, I'll go into Erica's gym and fight her. So there's one mandatory trainer in Erica's gym, so I fight her, and you'd think Grass Psychic would give Starmie problems, but nope, Ice Beam, easy. Pretty sure that'd be a one-hit even without the critical hit, so that's done. And it's time to fight Erica. Her Pokemon are either going to be weak to Psychic or Ice Beam or both, so this should be fairly easy. Given that I get the same type attack bonus from Psychic, I'm going to use Psychic against the Victory Bell and the Vileplume. Since the Tangela is not weak to Psychic, I use Ice Beam on it. And yeah, that goes down easily, and that probably would have been a 2-hit, but it wouldn't have mattered. It wasn't going to one-hit me. So just like that, Erica, a Grass Gym, so you think Grass would be good against Water Pokemon, you think that'd be hard, but it is not. That was incredibly easy now that we have Psychic. And it's time to go back and beat Lieutenant Surge so I can finally start flying. Alright, so here we are at the Lieutenant Surge fight now. I have a totally OP move in Psychic, and I am over-leveled on a Pokemon with high speed and good special. This should be no problem. And there goes the Voltorb in one hit, and the Pikachu should follow it. And the Raichu, well, let's see how this goes. Not quite a one-hit, but I survive a critical hit Thunderbolt. Barely. That is actually a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. It was a good thing that I decided to take the route I did, because that was actually kind of close. Alright, well that's Surge down, which means it's time to go to the Lavender Tower and get the Poke Flute so we can move on to Fuchsia. Now we're on to the next rival fight. Now this rival fight is going to be really easy in all of these solo challenges, because the way you're supposed to play the game is you're supposed to enter the tower before you even go on to Celadon, and get all the way up to the Marowak, realize that you can't progress and you need to find the Silph Scope. Then you go to Celadon, get the Silph Scope, and come back. But when you're trying to do the game as quick as possible, like I am, it's more efficient just to go right to get the Silph Scope and then come back here after you've already got it. That means you're over-leveled, and, well, the rival's already completed. I had to cut off my explanation because that was so easy, but you get the gist of it. That makes it really easy, makes the towers going to be incredibly easy. All the Ghastlies are part poison type. With Psychic, it should not be a problem here. So getting the Poke Flute will be nice and quick. And we'll just go ahead and skip over to Fuchsia City here because there's nothing of note in this tower outside of me forgetting to use my repel there. That's something that I've had to learn is where I need to use repels. I forgot Ghastlies can show up in this tower. But other than that, nothing noteworthy. Incredibly easy tower battles. Got the Poke Flute, no big deal. We're just going to go ahead and skip to Fuchsia. Here we are about to fight Koga. The trainers in his gym weren't any issues. I actually did lose to one time. That's because I tried to go through the whole thing without even using a potion or healing to save as much time as possible. I ended up just having to use a potion before, after one of the trainers, and that was it. Everything was super easy, and as you can see with Koga, the whole strategy is just use Psychic a bunch of times. So yeah, everything is dying 1 or 2 hits to Psychic, no big deal, and he doesn't use self-destruct there, that's perfect. Self-destruct might have beaten me since it wasn't a one-hit, but it's only a 1 in 4 chance, I believe, so the odds are it wasn't going to happen, so it's not like I got lucky. Nice and easy win. It's perfect. Alright, and also one other thing I did too off-screen was I did pick up Surf. That was just go through this fiery zone. Again, there's nothing noteworthy there, just use your repels and go get Surf and the Gold Teeth. Nice and easy. Alright, so next up is I'm going to go ahead and fly over to Saffron so we can do Silphco. Alright, so now we're through Silphco here, we're about to fight the rival. I did fight 2 extra trainers by accident in Silphco, I just didn't know the optimal way through, so that's unfortunate. There was 2 extra battles in here, but that's okay. For the rival, his first few Pokemon are really easy. Thankfully that Sign Attack failed from Pidgeot. It's a 2-hit with Ice Beam. Gyarados, give it a little Psychic action here. That was actually, that Leer is very good because he badge boosted me. So thank you Gyarados. And Growlithe is easy, 1-hit with Surf. Alakazam, this is where it gets interesting because I don't have a physical attack, and in Gen 1 since Special is combined, Alakazam has very high Special defense. But I get a critical hit, so that was a good start. And ends up being not an issue, and I go into Venusaur full health. Now, Venusaur, Razor Leaf is going to hurt if he... Oh, and he uses Razor Leaf, please don't die, please. Yes, let's go! 6 HP, come on. Whew, so I guess to beat this battle I had to get to Venusaur with full HP, because wow. Okay, that Razor Leaf did a lot of damage, but made it through. Pick up the Lapras here. Lapras is great because they continue to learn Surf and Strength. Obviously my Starmie knows Surf, but for Pokemon that can't learn Surf in solo challenges, Lapras is great for that. It's, and you don't have to waste any time. It's like takes 2 seconds to pick it up, so it's perfect. Now we're on to Giovanni, and he was really easy the first time. So will he be harder this time? Well, the answer is no. He's incredibly easy again. All of his Pokemon, except for Kangaskhan, are weak to Starmie, so yeah, it's very easy. He's pretty pathetic for a big crime boss. What is the character in this game, like 10 years old or something? Like, jeez, he's losing to a 10-year-old with 1 Pokemon, like, it's not very good of him. So here we go, Surf on Nidoqueen, that knocks it out, and Giovanni's done. Wow, you're so scary, Giovanni. And that's done. Alright, Silphco already done. Got the Master Ball, which I won't use, so... Alright, thank you, guy, for... Alright, and we are on to Sabrina now. To be honest, I'm a little surprised that I didn't go to Blaine first. I feel like Blaine would have been easier. Get that special boost, then come to Sabrina, but I think I was feeling really confident and figured I should just do it while I'm here. So, well, Surface the 2 hits, that's a good start, and then Disable fails, so that's easy. Alright, Mr. Mime is a joke, so this will just take two surfs to get through, eat just a little bit of damage. Venomoth, again, shouldn't be too hard, just give it a couple, and then, well, the Surf and Ice Beam, I guess. And Alakazam, here's the big test. Okay, recover, that's, okay, so... He's just spamming recover? Okay. Now I'm playing on 3 times speed, so I'm kind of not really noticing, and I'm kind of thinking ahead about stuff. And I clue in at some point here that it's just spamming recover. And I realize that what I need to do is spam Psychic. Psychic has a 33% chance of getting a special drop. I have 12 Psychics because I used a PP up. So I should theoretically get 4 special drops on him, and then that will let me out-damage the recovers. So I just spam through all my Psychics, hoping to get as many special drops as possible, and then after that, hopefully I'll be able to then beat the Alakazam. The reason why the AI, by the way, is spamming recover, I believe it has something to do with what's called good AI, which is a very funny name. So Sabrina has good AI, and good AI has 2 things. One, it says prioritize super effective moves, which Sabrina doesn't have any super effective moves, and 2, it says avoid not very effective moves. So the only attacks Sabrina has on me are not very effective. It's her psychic attacks. So I believe that good AI tells her not to use her psychic attacks, so she just kind of spams recover. I think that's what happened there. If I'm wrong, someone please correct me, but I'm pretty sure that good AI is why she just spammed recover, and as you can see, my strategy of just dropping her special with Psychics eventually worked. So, turned out that battle was way easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought that Alakazam might be a little bit hard with its high special, but it made it easy for me because Gen 1 AI. So then, after that, I guess we just have Blaine left. The Pokemon Mansion, there's nothing special, so I'll just skip that, and we'll go right into the Blaine fight, which I'm sure, as you can imagine, is just press Surf a bunch of times. Alright, here's the super exciting fight that you guys are all promised. So, let's see how Surf does against Fire Pokemon. I bet it's going to go pretty well. Well, there's a one-hit critical hit for the overkill. It would have been a one-hit anyways, I'm sure. Yeah, that's a one-hit, so I'm sure that Growlithe is a one-hit as well. The interesting one, I guess, is going to be Rapidash and Arcanine. Rapidash, it's also a one-hit, and Arcanine, it is not a one-hit. Okay, but he uses Roar because, yeah, the 7th gym leader would have a totally pointless move. Good job, Gen 1, but we beat Blaine, so that leaves 1 gym left. There is 2 mandatory trainers, 1 gym leader, 1 more rival battle, and then the Elite Four. That's all that's left to do. So let's skip ahead to the final Giovanni fight, and let's see if he's going to be any harder than the other 2. Alright, it's time for the final showdown between the crime boss of the Kanto region and his nemesis, a 10-year-old. Let's see how it goes. So Giovanni opens with Rhyhorn, and this is going to be a one-hit Surf. There's no question about that. Critical hit for the overkill, because why not? Crime doesn't pay, that's what you get. So then Surf on Dugtrio, again, easy. This is going to be another Surf on Nidoqueen, because why not? And Nidoking, well, guess what? Another Surf and another one-hit kill, and a critical hit again. So, you know, that's what you get for turning into Crime, Giovanni. And the Rhydon, also one hit to Surf. Wow, okay. I can't believe that you were the boss of anything, Giovanni. Like, you got your butt kicked by a 10-year-old 3 times in a row. Good job, man. And with that, we now have 8 badges, so we can do the final rival fight, and then go on to the Elite Four. So let's see how that rival fight goes. Alright, here is the final rival fight. This rival is basically the same fight as the previous rival, but higher level Pokemon, and you haven't really fought that much since the last rival. So, let's see how this one goes. You know, the last one, the critical at Razor Leaf almost beat me, so we'll see how this goes. Well, Pidgeot, that's a good start. And same with the Rhydon, knew that was going to be easy. Gyarados, this one is never a one-hit, but unfortunately it's a 3-hit. But it does Leer me twice, and that does badge boost my special, so those Leers were actually good for me. Thank you, Gen 1. Alright, so now Alakazam. This is the first hard one, and okay, is he gonna spam recover just like... Okay, he's not. Okay. I used Harden there just to badge boost it to see if he was gonna spam recover. But he doesn't. Okay, so quite often, I haven't had to do it so much this run, but quite often I will go into a battle, not necessarily trying to win, but just trying to figure out how things are going to go. So it's more like a scouting battle. So I kind of just wanted to see if I needed to maybe set up badge boost somewhere. And, you know, is the Alakazam just going to spam recover? So that's what that battle was. Now we're going to try again, now that I know Pidgeot's a one hit, no problem. Rhyhorn, one hit, no problem. And Gyarados, we're going to have to go with a 3-hit again. Unfortunately, he doesn't use the Leers, so it doesn't help me as much. This doesn't look like it's going well this time. I feel like I'm too low HP, but might as well try setting up. Okay, so the Growl doesn't do that much damage, but unfortunately I'm low HP. We're on to the Alakazam, where I won't win, but let's see how much the Surf does with one badge boost. It does a decent amount, which is good. Alright, and now we're just gonna go ahead and pop back into the rival here. And this is kind of why I play at 3 times speed, by the way, and I use in-game time, is it makes this stuff go a lot faster for me, can pump out the videos faster, and in-game time doesn't get affected by my speed up. So once again, we're gonna go through the first 2 Pokemon. Gonna have to 3-hit the Gyarados. Hopefully, there we go, that was a Leer, that actually helps me. And it's important to, the reason why I'm badge boosting on the Growlithe, by the way, is I knew I was leveling up on the Gyarados. That's part of scouting, is I knew I'd level up after Gyarados. And you lose your badge boost glitch bonuses after you level up. So I have to set up on the Growlithe, which is fine because the Growlithe sucks. So it's a good Pokemon to set up on. So I set up my 6 Hardens, give me the 6 badge boosts. And now we'll see, oh wow, okay. So critical hit ignores all that, unfortunately. But it still did a decent amount, and now the Alakazam is a 2-hit, and the Venusaur is a 1-hit. And that is the power of badge boosting. So, rival down, it is time for the Elite Four. And one thing that I like to do, I didn't include it in the rules because I consider it more of a guideline, because I might not always stick to it, but I like to try to beat the Elite Four in one shot. I don't like to save between members, because I do want to try to beat the game without relying on too much luck. I don't mind relying on luck in the earlier game, because if I stick to beating the Elite Four in one shot, I know I can't rely on luck at this point anyways. So yeah, that's what I like to do, but there are some situations, and I had a run actually recently where, for example, I beat Lorelei and Bruno 100% of the time, but I kept losing to Agatha. I never lost to Lorelei and Bruno, so eventually I saved after Bruno and just kept resetting there because it was just wasting my time. I knew I could beat them, I was never losing to them, it was Agatha. So yeah, it's more of a guideline, I guess, than a rule, so that's why I didn't include it at the front there. But that is something I'm going to try to do, and it's something I did in this run, so you'll see I'll be trying to do it all in one shot. So let's see how the first run goes. Again, this is going to be a bit more of a scouting run, trying to figure things out, but at the same time it'd be great if we can beat it in the first go. So first up is Lorelei, and she's got her Dugong, so I figure Psychic is my best bet. And I'm just going to go ahead and spam that. That Growl is good for me. I don't have any physical attacks, so thanks Dugong for badge boosting my special. And get through it, not too bad. Supersonic, okay, hurt myself in confusion. This, okay, there we go, it wasn't too bad. Only hurt myself once. Okay, and Slowbro only has Water Gun, I believe, so I'm going to set up my badge boost here on Slowbro. Just might as well, since he's not a threat whatsoever, it's just free. So I set up my 6 Hardens, get those 6 badge boosts, on top of the 1 badge boost from Dugong, so I have 7. And I was just thinking of saving PP here, since again he's not a threat, so I just go ahead and use some Surfs. Might as well, not a big deal, and down goes Slowbro. Up next is Jinx, and Surf is actually the one to use here since it resists my other 2 moves. Of course it gets critical hit on that and hits 3 times, that's no fun. Okay, and Lapras, I get a Gen 1 miss. That's cool. Thankfully its Body Slam doesn't do too much and I'm able to 2-hit it. Okay, Lorelei is down. And I felt like if anything that was on the slightly unlucky side. So I think Lorelei is going to be fairly consistent. Maybe if like the Dugong goes double takedown it might be hard, but I mean it has a bunch of different moves it can use, so I doubt that. Bruno is up next, and well, Bruno sucks. I don't know why he's an Elite Four member. That trainer with the 2 Oddishes and the 2 Bellsprouts should be Elite Four member over Bruno, like realistically. So just gonna surf the Onyxes and Psychic the 3 fighting Pokemon, and yeah, this won't be an issue. Where we get an issue is later in the Elite Four. Agatha loves to troll you just with confusion and sleep and whatnot, and her Pokemon have high special. So Agatha is more what I'm worried about. I'm not too worried about Lance, and then I'm worried about the rival. I think those are going to be my big hurdles in this Elite Four, Agatha and the last rival. So let's go into Agatha here once I'm done healing and restoring my PP, and let's see how it goes. You know, Psychic will be super effective. Gengar does have decent special though, because it's meant to be have high attack, so they had to give it high special, but that also gives it high special defense because special is combined. So it's a 2-hit. Hypnosis misses though. Perfect. This is the ideal start. And Ice Beam critical hit. I don't think that's a 1-hit, so I think that was lucky. Psychic on Haunter is not quite a 1-hit. Nightshade, that's a lot of damage. But I can still survive a Nightshade from the last Gengar right about now. But it depends on what happens with Arbok. Arbok's 1-hit easy. Okay, perfect. So this Gengar, I can survive 1 Nightshade, and I can 2-hit it. Okay, well, awesome. Agatha turned out to be not that bad. Thankfully that first Hypnosis failed and I got a critical hit on the Golbat. Because if that Hypnosis had hit, or if Golbat had gotten a turn to maybe get a Confuse Ray off, that battle could have easily ended up differently. I didn't survive very much health, but first run, we're on to Lance, and I think the only Pokemon that could cause me issues is his first Pokemon, Gyarados. After that, it shouldn't be too bad. So, can Starmie beat a Gyarados that is 10 levels higher than it? Well, if he uses Hyper Beam, okay, that's not bad, no critical hits, so I live. I get 2 turns, but I'm not going to be able to beat it in those 2 turns. So, Dragon, okay. And okay, Ice Beam doesn't beat it. Wow, okay, I should have just used Psychic, but I was dumb, and I didn't use my Elixir before the battle, so I was worried about PP. Okay, well, we're gonna need to try again. So I actually had to go out and find some more hidden Ethers and Elixirs. I didn't actually know where a lot of them were. I never picked them up as a kid because I didn't know where they were. And you can't buy them in Gen 1, so you have to go find the hidden ones. So I went and did that, so now I won't have that PP issue I had last time. Dugong was very nice here, and badge boosted me a bunch, so thank you Dugong, you're the ultimate bro. You should really get a picture in the Hall of Fame if I win this run. And then Cloyster, fairly simple, and I do my usual set of badge boosts against Slowbro. I don't even know if these are actually required, but it's so free, so I might as well. I figure I might as well. You know, I can feel it. I feel like I'm close. I feel like I'm near the end of the run. I just don't want to like lose to something stupid and have to restart. So I do the badge boost, get through Slowbro, and of course I get a critical hit, which ignores the badge boost. That's cool. I end up beating Jinx there, and I lose the badge boost. I believe I had to fight a trainer to get one of the elixirs, so my EXP is actually a little bit different. So that's why I leveled up there. And of course I'm paralyzed, and it hits me with a critical hit. Are you kidding me? Alright, well, okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to do that again. That was very unlucky. I don't think she's gonna be an issue if I don't get that unlucky, so Dugong, once again, just spam the Psychics and hope it doesn't use too many takedowns. Thank you for using Growl, Dugong, you're the best. Alright, Cloyster, once again, spam Psychics. The critical hit there is good because I was only badge boosted once, so that does more damage than the badge boost. And Slowbro, I just decide that I tried the Psychic to see, and it really didn't do that much damage. So I figure I might as well set out the badge boost just to save on PP a bit, so I can take out the Slowbro with less attacks. That's kind of what my thought process was there. And you can see how much more damage the Psychic does there. So that's the power of badge boosting, and I decided to try Ice Beam for PP reasons, and that backfired. so I had to go back to the Psychic. Jinx, I'm going to go ahead and... You can see this, the Surf there is a one-hit, so that critical hit last time prevented me from wanting Jinx. That's classic Gen 1, not wanting a critical hit. And I'm able to take out the Lapras this time. Things just went a little bit better. Great, okay. So we're through Lorelei. We all know Bruno's not going to be an issue, but I would still like to show the fight just to keep the continuity of beating all the Elite Four in one go. So everyone's going to get to watch me spank Bruno again. Woohoo, let's go. Bruno. Alright, buddy. Don't know how you got this job, but you must have lied on your resume or something there. Alright. So Surf is a one-hit. Psychic, one-hit. Psychic, one-hit. Surf, one hit. And Psychic, oh, not a one hit. Ha, I got you guys on that one. You get to see me use an Ice Beam. Oh, okay, what a fight. Alright, well, that's Bruno. Let's go on to Agatha. And I did get lucky the last time we faced Agatha, so I'm not confident. Even though I'm 1-for-1 against her, I'm not confident that this fight is going to go that well. So let's see. Alright, it's again 2-hit Psychic. Nightshade, okay, I'm already kind of low on HP now. Let's hope I don't take too much more damage for that last Gengar. You like to stay above 60 HP. Alright, well that Golbat went perfectly. I didn't take any damage, no confusion, it's perfect. Critical hit, yes. Alright, that's lucky. And I know this is a one-hit, so perfect. I'm above 60 HP, so Nightshade doesn't one-hit. And perfect Nightshade, that means I can 2-hit him without any issues. Alright, once again, Agatha down. Again, I think I got like a little bit lucky there. But hey, I'm gonna take it, because I feel like unless you have a Pokemon that counters Agatha, you have to, by definition, at least get a little bit lucky against her, just by the nature of how she battles and the moves she uses. It's very, very trolly, but alright, we're on to Lance, and since I picked up the Ethers and Elixirs, I won't have to worry about conserving PP now, so hopefully I don't throw against the Gyarados this time. And Hyper Beam missed, that's a great start. And a Leer, that's amazing, thank you for badge boosting. Okay, got through Gyarados, no damage. These Dragonair should be easy. Wow, okay, I'm surprised that's not a one-hit, to be honest. But I am a fair bit lower than them, I guess. Still. Alright, so 2-hit the Dragonair. And, well, Frozen. That saved me from probably taking 4 damage from Dragon Rage if I was unlucky, so I'll take it. I decide since it's Frozen, well, I might as well take this opportunity to badge boost. If Dragonairs aren't one-hit, then Aerodactyl's probably not one-hit. Dragonite might not be a one-hit, so let's badge boost it up. Make it, make the rest of the fight a one-hit and get through it. Aerodactyl one-hit with Surf, and Dragonite one-hit critical hit Ice Beam. I feel like that would have been a one-hit anyways since it's double super effective and I badge boosted 6 times, so I don't think the critical hit was lucky, I don't think it would have mattered. And now we're on to the rival. And once again, the Gyarados will be like a minor nuisance, I believe. I believe it's still going to be a 3-hit, but I'm more worried about the Alakazam because of its high special and me only having special moves, and then of course the Venusaur. If it uses Razor Leaf, the way Razor Leaf works in Gen 1, it's with the Venusaur, it's always a critical hit. So I need to either survive a critical hit Razor Leaf or hope it goes for Solar Beam. But first we have to get there. So, Ice Beam against Pidgeot, it's not a one-hit because I'm just so much of a lower level, but it mirror moves, so that's perfect. Ice Beam's not going to do a lot against me. And now, Alakazam, first big test. Surf, that does decent damage. Okay, maybe Alakazam won't be that bad, especially since I resist him. Okay, so it's going to be a 3-hit. Reflect, that's perfect, I don't care about it. And Alakazam down. Okay. Rhydon, this will be no problem. Rhydon has low special, and it's double super effective, so easy. Gyarados, this is one I thought might be a minor nuisance. I try the Ice Beam. Ice Beam is not super effective, that's just a Gen 1 thing. And holy crap, Hyper Beam gets me down to 8 HP. Alright, well, time to... Okay, critical hit Psychic, that was huge, because I don't think that Psychic would have beaten the Gyarados. and I can use Roar. Okay, let's go. I don't know why it knows Roar, but perfect. Can we do this, Venusaur? Can it get one hit? Come on. No. Yes. Yes, it used Solar Beam. Okay. Yes, we did it. 100% I got lucky in that fight. I feel like I could have beaten it eventually once I figured out the strategy, but you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. We won. It's my first time through. At some point, I'll probably replace Starmie once I know what I'm doing to do it justice, because I definitely made a lot of mistakes that run. Forgot about a lot of things. That's part of the learning curve, but you know what? We won. A little bit of luck at the end, but I feel pretty good about that run overall. Once I got past the second gym, I only did a couple extra battles by accident. I feel like I could have done minimum battles. And here we are, 448 game time. That's not bad. I feel like I could definitely lower that. I feel like I could do Starmie better than 448, but I'm happy with that for my first run. It's a level 51 Starmie. Great job. So at this point, I just want to thank everyone for watching. It means a lot to me. I'm just kind of doing this as a fun thing on the side, but I would like to try to pump out a video every month or two, so please give me feedback on this one. You know, what do you guys think about it? I'm trying different things. I want to improve, you know. Do you like shorter transitions, longer transitions? Do you want it quiet during them, or do you want me talking through the transitions? Just an example off the top of my head. You know, I want to improve on my commentary. I want to get that to what you guys like. So again, give me kind of feedback on that. Just let me know, and I'll try to incorporate it if I can. And once again, thank you for watching. I had a ton of fun. And up next, I'm going with Mewtwo, which is the strongest Pokemon in the game. So as you can imagine, that was a pretty easy run. But I did it so I could, again, kind of learn the run without the pressure of worrying about losing. So thank you for watching, and have a great day.